If there's one thing Chevy knows how to do, it's make muscle cars that leave an indelible mark on automotive history. Despite GM's notorious ban on big engines in the late 60s and early 70s, Chevy's engineering team couldn't resist pushing boundaries and sneaking some fire-breathing monsters onto the road. These classic muscle cars didn't just burn rubber, they cemented themselves as icons that collectors today are willing to pay top dollar for. So, sit back, rev those engines, and let's explore the top 10 most collectible Chevy muscle cars. Trust me, you're going to want one of these in your garage if you've got $500,000 or more lying around. The 1967 Camaro Z28. Kicking off our list is the 1967 Camaro Z28, a car that wasn't just designed to compete with the Ford Mustang, but to obliterate it. This was the Camaro's debut year, and Chevy wasted no time making it a legend in the burgeoning pony car class. With a stunning total of 22,906 Camaros sold in its first year, only a lucky 602 buyers got their hands on the Z28 performance package. What makes this car a unicorn in the Camaro family is that Chevy didn't even advertise the Z28 in its early days. It's almost like they dropped this masterpiece on the market as a secret club. If you knew, you knew. The 1967 Camaro Z28 was packed with a specially tuned 302 cubic inch V8 engine coupled with upgraded suspension and brakes that gave it a racetrack-ready handling. The value of this rare muscle machine? A cool $214,500 on the market today, making it a must-have for serious collectors. Who wouldn't want to own a car that started a Camaro dynasty? The 1965 Chevelle Z16 SS 396. Next up, the 1965 Chevelle Z16 SS 396, a car that emerged in the midst of GM's internal family feud. Chevy wanted to crush the Pontiac GTO, and boy did they deliver with the Z16 SS 396. This car was designed to showcase Chevy's brand new 396 cubic inch turbojet engine, even though the turbo in the name was more of a marketing gimmick than a literal feature. No one cared about that though, because the Z16's performance was jaw-dropping for its time. With only 201 of these special edition Chevelles ever built, the Z16 could roar from 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 5.5 seconds and blaze through the quarter mile in just 14.1 seconds, reaching a top speed of 160 miles an hour. In the battle against the Pontiac GTO, the Z16 was a missile aimed squarely at its target. Today, you'll need around $247,500 to add this beast to your collection. The 1970 Camaro Hurst Z28 Sunshine Special. If there's one thing that stands out about the 1970 Camaro Hurst Z28 Sunshine Special, it's the sheer rarity. Only 3 of these cars were ever produced, and just one is known to still exist today. The Sunshine Special earned its name thanks to its retractable cloth sunroof, but that was just the beginning. Hurst Performance, known for their high-quality aftermarket mods, outfitted this Camaro with performance parts that pushed it into an elite class of muscle cars. Chevy liked what Hurst was doing with the Z28 and added a few tweaks of their own, including front and rear spoilers to improve the car's aerodynamics and handling. Though none of these ultra-rare Camaros have ever hit the auction block, one popped up on AutoTrader in 2015, yes really, but there's no record of whether it sold or for how much. With an estimated value of $250,000, this sunshine-infused Camaro remains one of the rarest and most sought-after cars of its era. The 1970 El Camino SS LS6. The 1970 El Camino SS LS6 takes the cake as one of the most debated vehicles ever. Is it a car? Is it a truck? Spoiler alert, it's both. Technically classified as a utility coupe, this hybrid of muscle and utility was designed to appeal to drivers who wanted both power and practicality, and boy did Chevy deliver. The El Camino SS LS6 was equipped with a 454 cubic inch V8, churning out more horsepower than most people knew what to do with. Chevy initially discontinued the El Camino in 1960, but brought it back by 1967 to ride the wave of muscle car mania. However, it was the 1970 model, loaded with the LS6 engine, that really sealed its place in muscle car history. At a 2023 Barrett-Jackson auction, one of the LS6 monsters sold for more than $275,000. So next time you see an El Camino, don't think about hauling hay. Think about tearing up the drag strip. The 1970 Chevelle SS 454 LS6. By the time the 1970 Chevelle SS 454 LS6 rolled out, GM had finally lifted its ban on big engines, and Chevy wasn't shy about flexing their newfound freedom. The Chevelle SS 454 LS6 became the ultimate muscle car, boasting an insane 450 horsepower and a crushing 500 pound-feet of torque. Though the Chevelle SS 454 was produced in higher numbers than most other cars on this list, over 4,000 were made, it remains one of the most desirable muscle cars for collectors today. Why? It's simple: power, looks, and legacy. The base model 454 was already impressive, but the LS6 variant was a whole other beast, capable of smoking the tires at will and rocketing down the street like a bat out of hell. The 1970 Chevelle SS 454 LS6 could cost you upwards of $425,000 if you're lucky enough to find one in mint condition. The 1969 Yenko Chevelle Supercar. If there's one name synonymous with supercars in the muscle car world, it's Don Yenko. The 1969 Yenko Chevelle Supercar is a testament to his genius. At a time when the biggest engine Chevy officially offered was a 396 cubic inch V8, Yenko found a way to exploit the company's central office production order system, or COPO. By doing this, he was able to squeeze a 427 cubic inch into these Chevelles and market them as supercars. Only 99 of these Yenko Chevelles were produced, and today fewer than 50 are believed to still exist. Given their rarity and Yenko's legacy status in the muscle car world, these supercars rarely come up for sale. When they do, expect to pay around $500,000. The 1969 Yenko Nova Supercar. Following close on the heels of the Yenko Chevelle is another gem from Don Yenko's garage, the 1969 Yenko Nova Supercar. If the Yenko Chevelle was terrifyingly fast, the smaller, lighter Nova with the same 427 engine was a complete rocket ship. Chevy wasn't keen on putting such a massive engine in a compact car, but Yenko had no qualms about doing it himself. This decision resulted in one of the fastest and most collectible Novas ever made. Only 38 Yenko Novas were produced, and just 6 of those are known to still exist. The last one sold at auction almost 10 years ago for over $400,000, and today it would likely fetch much more. Good luck finding one, though. They're as rare as unicorns. The 1968 Yenko Super Camaro. In 1968, Don Yenko struck gold again with the 1968 Yenko Super Camaro. Yenko ordered 64 Camaros through Chevy's COPO system, and each equipped with a 427 cubic inch engine. These cars were the epitome of muscle: small, agile, and filled with raw power. While the 1967 Yenko Camaros are the most sought after, the 1968s are still jaw-dropping collectibles. In 2017, a pristine 1968 Yenko Super Camaro sold at auction for over $600,000. At that price point, you can bet the new owner won't be using it to pick up groceries. The 1963 Impala Z11. Before the muscle car craze of the mid-60s, there was the 1963 Impala Z11. Chevy built this beast specifically for drag racing and NASCAR, but a handful of lucky civilians managed to snag one for street use. With only 57 ever produced and just 15 still in existence today, the 1963 Impala Z11 is a rare piece of American muscle car lore. The car isn't just rare, it's valuable. With prices reaching over $621,000, owning a Z11 is like owning a piece of pure automotive gold. The 1969 COPO Camaro ZL1. The most collectible Chevy muscle car of all time? The 1969 COPO Camaro ZL1. Thanks to Chevy's COPO system, a few dealers like Don Yenko were able to order Camaros fitted with a monstrous 427 V8 engine designed for racing. While the Yenko Camaros get the most attention, the ZL1 is the true king of the hill. In 2017, one of these rare COPO Camaros sold for over $770,000, and its value only went up when the car's original engine was tracked down sitting in a boat. Yes, you heard that right. After reuniting the engine with the car, its value crossed the $1 million mark. If you're looking for the holy grail of muscle cars, the 1969 COPO Camaro ZL1 is it. And there you have it, folks. 10 of the most collectible Chevy muscle cars ever made. Whether you're an aficionado of automotive history or simply dreaming of the roar of a classic V8, these cars represent the pinnacle of American muscle. Each one has a unique story, a distinct roar, and a place in the hearts of car lovers everywhere. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Your support means the world to us.